Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous. 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 Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous.
Really, I'm haunted. I'm haunted by hundreds.
Let's keep it 100. You got. What up, though? It's your boy Common Sense, man. And we already know that common sense isn't common. Alright, look, so today, man, we got Dr. Umar Johnson. And this conversation that Dr. Umar is having right now is a good one. So much so I feel like y'all need to hear it. Alright? Now, some stuff I agree with Dr. Umar. Some stuff I disagree with Dr. Umar on. Alright, so this conversation, I feel like is an adult conversation. This conversation is about the culture. This conversation is a conversation I feel like need to be had. And so we finna check it out. I'm the boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. Subscribe to the boy if you're feeling the content. It's a reaction. Let's go.
But there are some races that are going to school specifically looking for a husband. And like we mentioned earlier, there are a lot of unmarried Black women out there. Dr. Umar, what would you say is a way that Black women could potentially combat that? Because I'm serious, you do have athletes or Black men in general that'll be in African American studies, and then there'll be another race right beside them in the class wanting to learn about African American studies as well. And then from there, another Black man is with another race.
The socialization is different because so few Black women will get married over their lifetime. Only about 1 in 4 Black women will get married over their lifetime. Because mothers are aware of this, my daughter is not likely to get married. And if she does, there's a strong chance she will be married after her 30s. So Black women are socialized to be so independent that the pursuit of marriage becomes a secondary thought to Black.
Now listen, he's speaking facts all the way to the T. This conversation, I don't think I ever agree with him as much as I do on this conversation in any conversation he ever had or I ever heard him say or have before. The dopest thing about this conversation is how both parties, and I say both parties, or I'm going to say all 3 parties, but for the most part, Dr. Umar and this woman down here at the bottom is doing majority of the talking. But both parties is understanding both sides of the situation. Like he said, Black women is socialized like this, meaning it ain't they fault. He understand the reality, but the facts is still the facts. And Dr. Umar Johnson, I feel like, is breaking down what these YouTubers, Instagram, Facebook, relationship guru guys who talk like they hate women be trying to say in a healthy way. Not a soft way, not a beta male way, alpha male way, because that's what they're trying to put it on because he's being fair and understanding. This is how I feel like they be trying to break it down. But they go off the facts and they take the worst approach to the facts. And that's why it be sounding like they be having a point.
Women, as it may be a primary thought to the women of other cultures. And so
they
white
first
girls,
thought.
Many of them will get married in college.
Because it's their first
right
thought.
After they graduate from undergrad, they're married coming out. They're socialized that way. Black women, because of the absence of Black men, it's not her fault.
Yeah.
She's simply adapting to the reality in which she lives. So looking for a mate is no longer a priority because there's a strong chance I may never find one. And so
It's not her priority. It's not her primary idea, thought, because the black man is not in the household or around. He understands that. I gotta stop on those little small points like that because I know how people only hear what they want to hear.
lose her education at the expense of motherhood. And once she gets the education, she now feels that the men who are available to her are not her equal socially, financially, economically. That paralyzes her chances of getting married even further. So, what am I saying? Number one of the reasons that white women are so good at getting top tier black men, in addition to the self hate, because that's the primary reason. You don't even date outside your race if you love who you are. But putting that to the side, white.
All right, hold on. So, my opinion, you can still love who you are and date who you want to date. It don't matter about the race, what color somebody is. You can still love yourself. That's where I disagree with Dr. Umar at. On his campaigns, on this conversation right here. You can date whoever you want to date. It don't matter.
White women will find a black man with potential who's dead broke. He may have nothing at all, but she sees this man is an inventor. She sees this man is a scientist. She sees this man is totally committed to achieving. And I know if I ride him out, he will take me to the financial promised land. The white woman will find a black man in progress. The black woman tends to want him already at his destination. The white woman.
Now, he's speaking facts. It's the culture. It's not everybody. No, it's never 100% of nobody. But the culture, for the most part, is majority. It's majority. Now, women, the ones that's probably mad and probably a little bit emotional. This woman is definitely finna hold it down for y'all because her response is gonna be exactly what you probably thinking right now.
Will see him through to millionaire status. The black woman tends to want the already finalized millionaire. And so this works against the black woman getting the type of man that she wants because you want him to meet you in his finished form. If you're waiting for him to finish achieving his goals before he asks for your hand in marriage, 9 times out of 10, the woman of another race is going to take him before he even gets to you. I believe black women have to reconsider this notion that he has to have something to offer me at the beginning of the marriage. And I think she needs to look more at his potential to become what she would like him to be.
Right, and Dr. Umar.
Of the business.
My man,
No, you
my
hit
man's proud and shit.
I have seen.
He like, my man's like, hey, he said it. Dr. Umar said it. He said everything I wanted to say. You hitting it. Pause. That shit crazy. But her response, women, is the response that I know y'all probably want to give right now. A lot of y'all, for real, for real. With us, what you see. Listen, this conversation is great because I feel like both parties, man. Even though it's 3 people, like I said, the woman and the man, Dr. Umar Johnson is the one who do the most talking. But both parties are able to comprehend what each other is saying. Actually stay in the moment, hear what's being said, not make something up what they thought was said. You feel me? And stay on the subject. You feel me? And have the conversation and give their points while still having some type of empathy on how it is on the other side. I'm agreeing with Dr. Umar saying, because the facts is the facts. At the end of the day, it's to be honest with you, black women, you damn near gotta understand that the shit is unfair. Like you said, y'all get y'all degrees or whatever, then y'all want somebody on y'all social status, and for the most part, man, it's fucked up. We definitely need to step our game up and start meeting the women. But that's just, in the reality, that's not how it is. And y'all act like y'all can't be in reality. Reality is, for the most part, black men are not on y'all level for real. Majority, not all. Majority. It's fucked up. You gotta accept it though.
Yeah,
I mean, it took them, and the sisters never even looked at him.
But okay. So I hear what you're saying, but I have not seen that. I have seen. No, hold on. I have seen black women stick around for the potential that this man will become the man that he's saying he's going to be, and they do that for years and years and years. Nothing comes of it. They part ways, and then he
Are
finally
you speaking
gets special.
person? Is she waiting on him to become?
Now hold on. Now, what she's saying is facts also. This might be fucked up to say, but the majority of the women that I could have a conversation with about this might give this response. Not all of them, but majority of them will probably give this response, like, and be like, fuck potential, fuck going off potential now, because they've been burned so many times. And that's understandable. Again, that's why I say you damn near gotta understand that it's just gonna be unfair. Listen, these, I'ma say, social media relationship guru alpha male ass niggas and shit, they always say that feminine women is the best because shit, they damn near okay being dumb. Damn near okay understanding that shit is gonna be unfair. And they accept the reality. They damn near in reality. They know that they're a woman, so they don't need to be in no man energy in his space, trying to overtalk him. None of that. They accepted the fact. Independent women and toxic women, because every independent woman is not every toxic woman is not independent. Some of these motherfuckers just ain't been raised right. But they can't grasp that idea because they damn near got more ego and pride than men do. And this is why people say the black woman is losing when it comes to the statistics on getting married. I don't want to say too much, man.
What she needs personally, or is she waiting for him to become what she would like him to be professionally? There's a difference. And what I mean by that, okay, because let me tell you what I see. A lot of sisters will spend their best years playing around with men who they're sexually attracted to, but have absolutely no promise for them as a husband or as
giving
a
that box up to anybody.
Knows this,
everybody,
but she's attracted to him sexually. He's popular. He's swaggerlicious. She knows he's not husband material. She knows he's not father material. But I love the attention I'm getting from this handsome, attractive, popular man.
Mm-hmm.
When she gets too old to be of any use to men of that type, the swag daddies, she now goes out looking for a husband. At this point,
Dr. Umar be having some crazy words.
Up to 45, still gorgeous.
Still
because
gorgeous for
black
sure.
don't crack.
Black don't
But
crack. That's a
brothers
fact.
35 to 45, especially in their 40s and 50s, when they come across a drop-dead gorgeous sister who hasn't been married, and in some cases haven't even had children, a lot of brothers tend to back off. They say something ain't right here because who you...
Listen, I ain't 35 yet. I'm damn near there. But what he's saying, that's facts. When you a certain age and certain things ain't how we feel like it should be, it definitely is a red flag. For sure. 100%. I forgot. I was finna say something. I
What you
forgot
bring
what I
to
was
the
finna say
table,
though.
somebody should have been snatched you up. And most men tend to
Oh,
assume...
I was gonna say again, social media relationship guru alpha ass niggas, they'll try to say that when you hit 35 that you damn near woman, you damn near meaningless. You pointless. Leave your ass alone, especially if you got kids. Type shit. You feel me? Again, the way that Dr. Umar, because he's saying the same thing that some of them guys say, his approach is just different. It's the healthy way. I feel like it's the way that women should be able to receive it. And I ain't a woman. I can't relate to a woman at all, for real. But I feel like he's definitely, the fact that he's being able to say that he understand that y'all are socially made like this because the environment is all you should need to understand exactly what he's trying to get through.
And very often accurately so, that you wasted your 20s and 30s playing the field instead of getting serious about building your family. Sisters tend to do exactly what brothers do in their 20s and 30s, and that is play around and enjoy themselves. The problem with that is men can make babies forever, women cannot. And so I think in the socializing of our daughters, black women have to pull back just a little on this independent woman phenomenon that our girls are being indoctrinated with, because I think we're overdoing it to the point of radical black feminism, and I think is working against black women's ability to find a suitable mate in their 20s and in their 30s. Let me give you this. I'm going to give you personal. I was not one of the swag daddies in high school. I was a bookworm. I was the black activist. I was the nerd. I was attractive. And girls appreciated that. But they were not all over me the way they were around some of these other brothers. But guess who I hear from now? Those same women who saw, they knew I was going to be something. They knew it. Okay? I was voted most likely to succeed in my class. They knew it. And I'm not just speaking of the girls in high school, even in my neighborhood. You understand? Because it was only but so many girls in high school. They saw it, but they chose the swag daddies. In me was a husband. In other brothers, there was a husband, but at the time, you wanted the swag daddy. And that's okay if you only want the swag daddy for a couple years. But no, you want to play with the swag daddies your whole 20s, and then you want to go into your 30s, and you want to play with the guy with the Benz and the Beamer and the this and the that. Nah, black women have to know when to call it quits. Get serious about building that family, because what I'm seeing a lot of sisters do, and this is unfair. This is unfair to black men. I hear a lot of women in their 40s and 50s talking about they can't find no good men, right? That's partially true. But you know what the other part is? It's partially true, but here's the other part. What were you doing?
Again, he being all the way honest and fair. And that's why I feel like this conversation is a great one. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fair type of person, bro. I'm not no ignorant, stubborn ass nigga, bro. I'm going to be fair. But that's funny.
In your 20s and 30s, that stopped you from finding one then? Why do we have so many 40 and 50-year-old beautiful women with so much going for them, never been married. It's one thing to have tried it and it didn't work. I'm saying you've never been married. You know.
Now, where I agree with the social media relationship guru ass niggas. The women that he talking about that's 40s to 50s, we gonna say 30s, 40s, and 50s. They be difficult to deal with. You feel me? They be trying to run shit. They can't shut the fuck up. Meaning like they be argumentative. You feel me? Like to argue and shit. That's where I agree with them on. So to answer Dr. Umar, or to add some content to what he said, they be difficult.
With so much going for them, never been married. It's one thing to have tried
because they was
and
different.
It didn't work. I'm saying you've never been married. You know why? Because you was out there playing that field, having your fun, and then you woke up one day and said, damn, I'll be 43 tomorrow. And I ain't never been proposed to, and I ain't never even thought about it. Now, all of a sudden, you're in a rush to get married, and because brothers are not jumping at the opportunity because they know there must be a story here, all of a sudden...
The story is
the only way to fight stigma.
She was difficult for the men that she was dealing with, so they didn't want to put a ring on.
Ask your healthcare provider if Big Tarvey is right for you, and visit BigTarvey.com to view the important facts, including important warnings.
They gotta get paid. Who did this? Let me shout them out right quick.
Okay, can't be that hard.
Shout out to 60 MVTV.
Is that how it works? Am I doing AI?
Yeah, it just does whatever you type.
We're not serious. Don't get me wrong. There's some truth to the narrative. But the other part of the narrative, black women are waiting too long to get serious about building family.
I know that we're just going to disagree on it because
but give me that one piece, Queen. Give me this one piece. What is your opinion on my point that a lot of black women, for reasons of career and reasons of wanting to date,
yes, I agree. I do agree with the point on the hyper independence and not focusing on finding a husband and having a family. I agree on that point. I feel like when it comes to millennials, I don't feel like millennial men are raised to be husbands or good partners.
I agree.
And
but who's raising them though?
Their moms, I guess.
So that means what? There needs to be a conversation amongst black women about the messages they're giving to their...
Hey, shout out to this woman, man, because to me, man, shit, man, Dr. Umar just said a lot, but she remembered all her points that she wanted to hit. I need to make sure this camera right. She made sure she remembered all her points she wanted to hit. For sure. And she actually said some good shit, some decent shit for her, that I feel like a lot of women might want to say.
His sons, because guess what, Queen? As someone who works with black boys on a regular, guess what they tell me?
What?
Dr. Umar, my father isn't the one who told me not to trust these issues.
Yeah.
My father ain't the one who told me women ain't ish. My mother is the one who told me not to trust them. My mother is the one who told me they ain't ish. Black women are training their sons not to value and respect black girls. I hear about it every day.
But in the same breath, black men who are fathers, who are not being emotionally available, who are not being consistent, are teaching their daughters that men are not going to show up for you.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Again, she giving good points.
I'm not saying the mother is more
great points.
Responsible. Yeah.
No, it's equal.
And again, the conversation is dope because both parties are able to understand. It's a conversation. It's not an argument. And it's a fair one.
Because I'm going to tell you this right now. More than the single black mother, I'm blaming the professional black man. I want to be very clear about this. More than the single mother. There's nothing a single mother can do wrong in that house, raising the sons or the daughters, where I'm going to fault her more than a professional black man for abandoning the black community.
Yeah.
If you notice, most black men of means, I don't care if you got a barbershop, I don't care if you got a restaurant, a car detail spot, lawyer, doctor, engineer, educator, principal, they do not live in the black community. They have moved out. They have abandoned black boys. Even if his father is not in the home, that should not be an automatic introduction to the school to prison pipeline. Even if the father is not in the home, that should not automatically follow that he has to end up a gangbanger.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't have enough men who stay in the black community to serve as role models to the young brothers who are still there. I don't blame the rappers. I don't blame the basketball players. I don't blame the football players. I blame professional black men who have abandoned the black community for a life in the suburb, even if he has a black wife. Even if he has a black wife, you're still in the suburb, far out of reach of the black boys who need you. And I don't think enough responsibility has been laid at the feet of...
All right, now, what Dr. Umar is saying is facts also, but where Dr. Umar is being delusional in my eyes is, bro, because he said men of means. And usually that's how it works. When a family, we not just going to say men, when a family is doing good, they usually move to a better neighborhood, right? It's damn near, it only damn near makes sense, bro. Who want to be around gunshots all the time, people breaking and entering all the time, bad schools? You know what I mean? Like, the situation is better somewhere else. You feel me? So I feel like Dr. Umar, he putting the blame on men, which I agree with him on, but I disagree when he says that they need to still be in the community, like living and staying there. No, niggas got to get the fuck on down, bro. It's either stay there, get hated on, jealous, envied on, have motherfuckers jealous of you, and fuck around and kill your ass by trying to break into your shit. That's just how it is. Again, the facts is the facts. You feel me? And we know that high crime is in poverty areas. And he's talking about black men that's from poverty areas that come up on means, and he expect them to remain in the community, living there, residing there. No, I disagree with that. That's delusional.
Of black men for abandoning our women, our daughters, and our sons in the black community for a much more comfortable life in a white neighborhood.
I mean, that's an internal battle I think I will eventually have to face as well, because I definitely understand what you're saying. If you want to build your community, then why leave it? But at the same breath, it's like you want your kids to have the best, but unfortunately, sometimes the area where your people are may not be the best area for you or your family.
Facts.
I understand that. And as a mother, I'm not going to fault you as a mother, because you're not the natural
this is a logical woman to me. Because
the black man is. It is our job to build it. It is our job to fix it. It is our job to defend it. So when a single mother says, I'm moving away, I can't fault her, because you should not be put in a position where you got to pick up the AK and defend your home. You understand me?
Yeah.
You are a nurturer, not a defender. The black man's job is to stay in there and make that community what it is. And the fact that we are so quick to cut and run, it bothers me to my soul, because we are abandoning the very definition of what a black.
Damn, Umar, man, like you spitting game, bro, but motherfuckers don't be trying to run from the situation. Motherfuckers be trying to survive. Bro, everybody can't be a social activist like Dr. Umar and want to touch the people. You feel me? I mean, that's just what it is. I just feel like he kind of delusional with that part. I get what he's saying, you know what I'm saying, but you can't reside in that area, bro. And black men do try to give back all the time to communities. More people probably need to be on it, but it's a great conversation.
Black man is supposed to be. But here's what I would also say. With child trafficking and black woman's trafficking being what it is, I would caution single black women about moving to the suburbs. You want to know
He
why?
a bastard
Because
manipulator.
if you're walking through the streets
This
at night
motherfucker trying to
in a
tell
white suburb, and a group of white men pull
black
up to
women and
snatch
shit. You
your
might
ass
want to
into
stay in the
that
hood
minivan,
too.
nobody white is coming to help you. But if a white minivan pull up in the hood and a group of black men hop out to snatch you, them corner boys selling that weed, they gonna run over there and get their sister out. So although I understand there's pros and cons in both situations, when you look.
All right, man. So, that's the conversation, bro. A great conversation. Shout out to, I think it says 60MVTV. Shout out to them. Shout out to all three parties. I don't know why I want to keep saying both parties like it ain't three people on there, but shout out to them for being logical and shit, being intelligent enough to have a conversation. I'm your boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. Subscribe to the boy. I'm doing what I always do, and I'm signing off. Peace.